Meet Anita Ramnarine, who is the mother of 5 children. Her husband has worked as a sugar worker attached to the Rosewall estate for close to 35 years. He was dismissed from that job since December, and already the poor family has been struggling to feed the children and send them to school. The emotional wife of a sugar worker tells us that things have gone from bad to worse, but she still tries to make ends meet. She's upset that the government would support a policy that results in her family being made poorer just when things were going well for the past 6 years, despite the abuse that she sometimes faces.
Because my work get to put that me put me out. This house in me one. So your wife one about there. Me poor. No, I have to get me some at school. Me I station. Me know write a little bit. So I write check from the morning send to school. Me get my son.
Now meet Patrick Mahendra Singh, who worked for over 20 years at the Skeldon Sugar Estate in the Quarantine. He has a wife and 5 children, 2 of whom are in school. Last December, Singh, like thousands of other sugar workers from the East Demerara Sugar Estates, was dismissed from his job after the coalition government took a decision to downsize the sugar industry and restructure the Ghana Sugar Corporation. Singh says that since the closure of the Skeldon Estate, things have gone downhill, and he's now forced to travel to various communities begging for work to feed and sustain his family. He says he's more concerned about the future of his children.
I never asked nobody for nothing. Now I'm be a beggar for search for work. I'm getting no money for make sure my children go to school. Each one, 2 at the right CX and not affording right now. The money that I collect to severance, also them rap me about that. They can't even do. I take a loan from the bank to pay out the bank, and the bank take the money from me. And now it's very hard. I try to stop them from going to school. And I'm not getting nothing right now, and I'm getting help from no one. And me is the only stronghold for work, for make sure that's fine. I never get nobody out in America or nothing. And I try my best. So my accent that if I could get a job, let the government say a job for me, and to get my family, them to live.
What is most depressing about Singh's story is that he says that he has contemplated suicide as a means out of the hardship that was forced upon him by a government he says appears uncaring and insensitive.
The next big plan, like I can commit suicide for this, and it's not right. And I don't want my mistress to go on the road to pick a fare or search a work, because it's very rough. They're searching everywhere for work. Everybody are there behind this program here, and I'm begging each one of them guys who come in for a job, so they don't see whatsoever. But right now, everybody, they're laying off people, so they can't afford to give nobody a work right now. So I'm begging, because they're foot to foot each and every day. Each and everything are there help, just to get something from a children. But everybody's saying that they're not taking anybody for such a whole scale and the whole course, nothing. I thought each one Samuel, no work. Even I asked for $1,500 a day work from someone, and I said no, that then laying off people right now. So I'm begging for just to see a work and let me get my life going.
Singh's story is not the worst when compared with other workers at Skeldon and in poorer communities along the Sugar Belt. Many workers, despite receiving their severance, have not been able to get back on their feet. They are bewildered as to their next move and unable to cope with the sudden loss of their livelihoods. Others who are not entitled to severance are not able to feed their children or send them to school. Many of them say if they do not receive the assistance they need, they may be forced to turn to more extreme means for survival, as a large portion of them do not possess the skills or qualifications or other things that are necessary to enter other fields. But according to the Public Security Minister Kemar Ramjatan, maybe the hardship brought on these families were destined to happen as part of God's plan.
Probably that is why God also said, "Let us find the isle under this administration and the authority."
Michael Young, The Evening News.